Hey everyone, Ammon coming at you. Living on land, in the van right now. A little bit cold today. Um, I'm coming at you with a quick video with a purpose. Because I still hear a lot of people asking about this, talking about this, and I want to share uh, my own experience in how I avoid conflict while exercising my right to privacy, my right to medical privacy, and religious privacy. Doesn't matter which one it is. So this video is not legal advice. I'm not a lawyer. This is my experience. So if you are exempt, you are exempt, and only you can know that and deal with it. I have nothing to do with that. But I do know a lot of people who are exempt but choose to bite the bullet anyways and deal with it and wear a mask because they want to avoid conflict, which I totally get. I'm not in that same group because if we all just avoided all conflict, I mean, tyranny would abound, which there we go, it kind of does. It definitely does. But anyway, so I still stick to my guns and my principles, and my right to not wear one. But I do have I have shared my experience, which could help others. So anyways, so to give you a quick background on it, I haven't flown or anything, but I don't wear one anywhere, except for the very first week. And over a year ago, this is where the story begins and ends. So the grocery store I usually go to, got a nice organic section, so that's why we go there. When all this started, and Pennsylvania did their mask mandate, which if you read is just read them, read the text. Anyway, they did that, and so they hired security guards to police that. And this was while everything was new, and we needed to get groceries, so that's the only time I ever wore a mask. And literally, they were only there for a week, and then they were gone. And hadn't worn a mask since. I should have stood up then, but I kind of didn't know what to do. But now, it's funny because I've never worn a mask since then, and now a year later, they started hiring 2 security guards to come police and ask people to put their masks on. Because, I've seen 1 or 2 people there without them, other than me, every now and then. So usually I don't see any. So they hire these security guards, and again, I'm like everybody else. I don't want to start a conflict. I don't want to get into an argument, about what's right or wrong, because everybody has in their own head already their decisions made. They don't want to have a conversation about it. They're just either just doing their job or they're virtue signaling or whatever they're doing. It doesn't really matter. So anyways, yeah, I don't want to get into conflict. So here's what I do to avoid that. Because I want to have a good day all day. And when you get into a conflict, that kind of just, whether you win or not, it doesn't even matter. It just puts you it just spreads gunk. And I don't want to do that. Just this bad energy across the world. So my way that I found that is the easiest to avoid conflict, and I'm usually alone, so it's definitely easier alone, is I just simply say, when they ask me, you say, sir, you need to wear a mask in here, and I say, I can't. Thank you. Or just, you need to wear a mask here. I can't. But thank you, though. I do genuinely thank you for your concern. If you believe that's a thing that helps you, then you think you're trying to help me, sure. But I can't. And honestly, I have not had anyone go further than that. Both those security guards came at me and said, sir, you need to wear a mask. And I said, I can't, but thank you. One of them said, okay, and walked away. And the other one was like, well, maybe you should look into wearing those shields or face shield or something. And I was like, all right, thank you. That's it, no conflict. They said thank you. They smiled and walked away. It's great. And that's, we don't want to spread conflict and hate around the world. I just don't. So, but now if anyone goes further, I'm always prepared for this. So you really need to mentally prepare so you know, so you don't get all flustered and say the wrong thing and end up in a conflict, right? So to be prepared, what I keep in my pocket is either like a red or a blue pen, and then this one page from, I can't get it open, from the Constitutional Law Group. That's Rick Martin. If you haven't looked into his stuff, he's kicking butt. Anyways, it says Affidavit, Notice of Discrimination, and it has some blank, fill in the blanks here, you know. And so, if they say, I can't let, even though you're exempt, I still can't let you in for some reason. I mean, I don't know how people justify that in their head, but apparently they do. Then you say, all right, you know what? Let's fill this out because you're discriminating against me. I'm unable to wear one, and my reason is private. Well, you don't have to say that because you know it is, so I'm just sharing that with you now. My reason is private, and so you're discriminating against me. And they can't. So on this, it says, you are not at liberty to violate my rights. This establishment is prohibited by law from discriminating against an individual based on age, gender, ethnicity, medical condition, or religious beliefs. Civil Rights Act of 1964. And then people probably heard of the ADA Act too, so there's that too. But there's a multiple. And anyone who's open to the public is subject to that. If you're a private club, that's private. I mean, I can't tell you right there. But according to Rick Martin, anyone that's open to the public, and trust me, he's dealing with a lot. I mean, he has some lawsuits, but those are about like airlines discriminating against people. And he'll show it on his website. If you look up his talks, you can find information on that. But the public, you know, all the grocery stores, you know, hardware stores, all these big chains, corporations, they know the liability they hold. And so they've told their employees, you cannot push further because they don't want this. Because this isn't, you know, as far as I know, this isn't even something that goes to court because it's already decided. It's just affidavit of discrimination. Put it all down there. Anyways, I carry this on me, and if you're gonna start filling it out, if you get to that point, and again, I'm still very cheery if we're gonna go that way. Look, like, do you want to be liable for this? You're just, you know, such and such regular employee. Why would they want to be? Give them the benefit of the doubt. They're just trying to do their job poorly. You know, they didn't research it, but you know, say, do you want to go get the manager? Do you want them to be liable for this? You want to get out of it? Because we're going to fill this out. And if you're going to do that, do that. You know, I'm not telling you to do it. I'm just saying that it's there. And then on Rick Martin's website, the Constitutional Law Group, they have all the notices. So they've got the protocol, what you need to do after you fill this out. So, you shouldn't you shouldn't lie. You shouldn't tell them you're going to file this and then not file this, right? And then the Constitutional Law Group has some amazing stuff, and it's all free. So on there, he's got stuff for businesses if you want to exert your rights. And then, from the beginning to the end of that process. So, all the things that you would post on your doorway before the sheriff comes and knocking, or the health czar comes, and then your notices, you can serve them if they do push it and write you a ticket or something. And then they're offering free help to people who are in trouble with that, like gyms, various gyms that wanted to stay open, and now they're, Rick Martin cleans up, man. He is winning. He is just crushing it out there because he's constitutional. He's not a bar attorney. He's a real man, freedom lover, trying to help hold these criminals accountable. So there's a lot of stuff on his website. There's things if you have kids at school and you need to let them know, masks, vaccines, anything, testing, all that stuff, all the letters, how you handle it all, mass tort claims, everything. It's all on there. Go check it out. It'll be well worth it. But again, like I said, this whole thing is just to avoid conflict. Not because I'm scared of it, but because you feel like crap the rest of the day. And the other guy does, or girl. And we want to fix this. Fighting about it ain't gonna fix it. We need to all be empathetic. As in, they may really think they're helping you, right? But also, they should know that they can't go so far. So you treat it as in, they didn't know, but you're in the right. Look, I can't, and that's it. Any further? Yeah, this. But like I said, I've never even had to use this. So, but have a plan in your head, and so you don't get all flustered. Anyway, that's me. Living on land. Thanks, everyone.